Hi guys, my name is Steven. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a beautiful WordPress website for your music, for your band, for your podcast. Let me go ahead and show you the kind of website that we're going to be creating today. So you can see here that this is a music website. You can actually create a website like this, or you can choose from any of these themes right here. You can see a preview here what these websites are going to look like. You can also create a website for your podcast. You can see this one is a great one for podcast. You can scroll down here and then you can see what the design looks like. You can see this is a beautiful one for podcast. And then if you scroll back up here, you can see that we have a subscribe button here so that people can click on it to subscribe to your podcast. And if someone clicks on this play button right here, you can see that it's going to pop up a music player at the bottom here. And the really cool thing about this music player is that it's a continuous music player even if you are still browsing on the website. So let me show you an example here. If I click on this page right here to go to the contact page, for example, you can see that I'm on the contact page right now, but you can see that the music player is still here and the music is still playing. So this is one of the best themes out there. If you want to create any music related website, this is the best theme for you. So let me go ahead and show you how you can actually use one of these themes on your website. So to get started, the first thing you need to do is to get your domain and hosting. So if you already have a domain and hosting, you can skip this part and then you can go to the next step. But if you don't have your domain and hosting yet, you can get your domain by going to this website right here. You can go to Wplifestyle/name and then you are going to click enter. And that will bring you to this website right here. And once you're on this website, all you need to do is to click on get started. And why did I choose NameHero over other hosting providers? I chose NameHero because I've been using NameHero for a while and their hosting service is extremely fast. They use what we call the light speed server, and this server is extremely fast compared to other type of server that other hosting providers are using. So here is the difference between light speed server and other type of server that is available out there. And this is the server that NameHero is using, and this is going to make your website to load extremely fast. So when you get your hosting from NameHero, this means you are going to get a quality hosting and fast loading website and also an affordable price. So right here you can see that their hosting services are extremely affordable. You can see the starter cloud right here is only $3 a month. And then over here you can see what you get with each cloud. You can see here you get a free light speed server, which is going to make your website extremely fast. And here you get 1 gig RAM, and over here you get 2 gig RAM. And then here you can see this one is a little bit different because this one they have the NVMe storage, which is a new type of storage that is extremely fast compared to the SSD storage. So this one is going to make your website even faster. Even though you already have light speed server, it's going to make your website extremely faster. So if you have the money, I would suggest going with this plan right here. But for this tutorial, I'm going to go with this plan right here. So I'm going to click on order now. And then from here, you can register for a new domain or you can use your existing domain. If you already have a domain, you can go ahead and use your existing domain. If you don't have a domain yet, you can register a new domain right here. So if you don't know what a domain is, your domain is basically your website address. For example, YouTube domain is youtube.com, NameHero domain is namehero.com. So your own domain will be your business name or your name.com. So for this tutorial, I'm going to choose wplifestyle.net. I cannot use .com because I already have the .com. So if I click on search, it's going to tell me that this domain is currently unavailable. So if I go to this website, you can see this is my current website. So I already have this domain, so I cannot purchase this domain again. So I'm going to change my extension from here. But in your case, I will encourage you to use .com because .com is most popular. Unless if you want to use like a local extension for like CA or like .us or a local extension for anywhere that you are located, you can use your own local extension. But if you want to go international, I would suggest going with .com. So in this case, I'm going to go with .net and then I'm going to click on search. Now you can see that the .net is free and they're currently offering it to me for free for 1 year. And then I'm going to click on continue. And then from here, you can choose how many years that you want to purchase. You can see here, the more years that you choose, the more money you are going to save. So if you choose 3 years, you are going to pay $7.98 a month. If you choose 2 years, you are going to pay $9.18 per month. And if you choose 1 year, you are going to pay $9.98 a month. And then if you choose 1 month, you are going to pay $12 a month. So go ahead and choose whichever plan that works for you. So for me, I'm going to go with 1 month because this is just a demo site. I'm not going to be using this domain. I'm just using it to show you guys how you can do this step by step. And then over here, all this information's right here. We don't need any of this. So go ahead and skip all of this. And then we're going to make sure we have the Let's Encrypt Ssl certificate selected. This is going to allow you to have a secure connection like this on your website. So make sure you have that selected. And then we're going to click on continue. And then here we are going to select ID protection. This is very, very important if you want to protect your personal information. If you don't have this selected, that means people will be able to see your personal information like your phone number, your address, your email address. You're going to start getting a spam email, lots of spam email if you don't have this selected. So I highly recommend you select this ID protection to protect your personal information from the public. And once you do that, you're going to click on continue. And then from this page, you can see the plan that you selected earlier, which is the Turbo Cloud. If you change your mind, you can click on this edit button right here, and then you can edit the plan and choose a different plan. And the next one is the ID protection. You can see here that they are charging you for 1 year so that you don't have to pay for it every single month. If you change your mind, you don't want this domain registration ID protection anymore, you can click here to delete this, or you can click this edit button to edit and change to a different plan. And then we have some promotion here. We're also getting some savings here for $23.34. In your case, it's going to be different depending on the plan that you choose. And then here, if you're an existing customer, you can go ahead and sign in here. But if you're a new customer, you're going to click on create a new account. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this information up, and then I'm going to see you on this page. So I've gone ahead and enter all my personal information, and here we have additional information that we need to fill in. From here, you're going to select how you find out about Name Hero. I'm going to select YouTube, and then over here you need to enter a support pin. This is the pin that you need to remember, because every time you ask for support, every time you contact their support team, they're going to ask you for this pin just to make sure that someone is not trying to hack your account. So go ahead and enter any pin that you can remember here. I'm going to enter 1234 because this is just a demo website. And then from here, you are going to choose a password for your hosting account. So this password is very, very important. This is the same password you are going to be using to log into your hosting account. So I've gone ahead and enter my password. So when you create your password, make sure that your password is strong. That will make it difficult for someone to hack your account. And then once you do that, you can scroll down here, and then you can choose how you want to make your payment. So if you choose a credit card, you can go ahead and enter your credit card information over here. Well, in my case, I'm going to use PayPal. Once you choose PayPal, and then you can choose whether to receive email from Name Hero or not. And then you are going to read and agree to their terms of services. So make sure you click on this link to read their terms of services. And then once you do that, you can come back here and click on accept. And then you can go over here and click on checkout. So because I'm using PayPal to pay, it's going to ask me to log into my PayPal account so that I can make the payment. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account, and then I'm going to make the payments over here. So from here, I'm going to click on agree and subscribe. Now you can see that I've made the payment, and then once you make the payment, it's going to bring you to this page right here. You're going to click on go to client area, and it will bring you to this exact page right here. And then the next thing we need to do is to go ahead and install WordPress. We're going to click on my cloud, and then you click over here on the hosting that we just purchased, which is the Turbo Cloud. And then from here, you can click on log into cPanel, and this is going to log you into the cPanel. And then once you're on this page, you can see all the details that we have here. We have the emails, and then scroll down all the way to app installer. We're going to select WordPress, and then from here we can install WordPress. You can click on install, and here you can select the version of WordPress that you want to install. So I'm going to leave this on the latest version over here. And then from here you want to select HTTPS, and then from here you want to choose the domain that you want to install this on. So right now we only have one domain. We will have that selected, and then the directory, we'll leave that blank. And then from here, you are going to give your site a name and also give your site a description. But I'm going to leave this like this for now. I will show you how you can change this later in this video. And then from here, you are going to choose your username and your password. So this is going to be the username that you are going to use to log into your WordPress website. So make sure you choose a username that is very, very hard for people to guess. Don't use your name or your birthday. So also make sure you choose a password that is really strong so that people will not be able to guess your password. So in my case, this is just a demo site. I'm going to use my name just to make it easy for you guys, but don't use your name as your username because it's going to be easier for people to guess. Obviously, if they know your name, they're going to guess that you're using your name. So I never use my name as my username. And then I'm going to choose a password from here. So I've gone ahead and enter my password. You can see that they said that my password is really bad. This is just an easy password so that I can remember it for this tutorial, but make sure that your password is very strong. And then here you can choose your admin email. Go ahead and choose any email that you want to use, or you can actually create a free email through your hosting account that is going to be more professional. You can see here that we have admin@wplifestyle.net. So I'm going to show you how you can grade this letter. So I'm going to change this to info. So this is info@wplifestyle.net. So you can go ahead and do something similar, and then I'm going to show you how you can grade this email address letter in this video. And then here you can choose your language. If you are not using English, you can choose the language that you are using over here. And then everything here looks good. All this advanced option, we don't have to do anything here. So scroll down here, is going to ask you to select a theme. We don't need that. We're going to do that later in the video. So I'm going to go ahead and click on install now. And here you can see, congratulations, your software was installed successfully. So to log into your website, you can click on this administrative URL here to log into your website. If you want to see your website right now, you can click on this link. So if you click on this link and then you get this error message right here, that means your website domain is still pending. So you just have to wait for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes or 30 minutes, and then it's going to register. And then if you come back here and click on the link again, you can see that it's going to take you to your website, and this is what your website is going to look like. So now that you can see that your website is live, people can actually visit your website at this point, and you can see that your website is also secure as well. So the next thing you need to do is to go and log into your dashboard. You can click here to log into your dashboard. This will automatically log you into your dashboard. But if you want to know how to log into your dashboard manually, all you need to do is to go to your website domain /wp-admin like this, and then you're going to click enter. And then from here, you're going to put in your username and password. If you remember, mine was Steven. Like I said, don't use your name as your username. And then I'm going to enter my password here and click on login. And then from here, if you hover over here, you can see your website. If you click on it, it's going to take you back to this blank website. So let's go back to your dashboard over here. So the first thing we need to do in here is to go to settings, and then we are going to take care of some basic settings from here. So remember when I said I will show you how you can change this site title and also your site description. So this is where you can do that. So in this case, you can go ahead and name your site anything that you want. This is going to help people to be able to find your site when they search for the type of service that you're providing on Google. Okay, so I've gone ahead and renamed this to WP Music, and then I put the tagline WP Hub for all WP users. You can go ahead and do anything you want with this. I'm just having fun here. And then the next thing we're going to do is to head over to permalinks over here, and then we're going to make sure that the permalink is set to post name. If it's not on post name, go ahead and set it to post name, and then you're going to click on save changes. And then from here, you can go to users. Over here, you can click on all users, and then you're going to see all the users that we have here. You can see that is only me here. You can click on edit, and this is where you can make changes to your profile. For example, you can see here that my name is showing info@wplifestyle.com. If I want to change that, I can just put my name here on the first and last name. Okay, so now that I have my name here, you can see here that I have the option to choose the name to display publicly. I can choose that Steven here, and you can see now that the name here has changed to Steven instead of my email. So that's basically what you can do here, and you can also write about yourself here, or you can connect your Gravatar account here if you have one. And this is where you can set password, and this is where you can log everyone out. If you have multiple people logged into this website, this is where you can log them out, and here you can click on this to set a new password. But for here, I don't want to create one. I'm going to cancel this, and then I'm going to click save changes. And you can also change your dashboard look and feel from here. You can see right now that we have the default one. You can see the color over here. If I choose this one, for example, you can see that everything will change here. You can see the colors that we have here. If I choose this one, you can see that the colors will change over here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and select this modern one, and then I'm going to click on update profile. So now that we have that all set up, I'll go back to dashboard here, and the next thing I'm going to do is to get the theme that we're going to use. If we go over here to appearance and click on themes, you can see here that we just have the default WordPress themes. You can always go here and add a new theme and choose one of these free themes that we have here, but unfortunately the theme that we need is not a free theme, so we have to actually go and purchase that theme. To do that, all you need to do is to go to your browser and type Wplifestyle/Sonaar. So the company is called the Sonaar, Sonaar, and then you're going to click on enter. I'm also go ahead and leave the link in the description box below, so you can just click on it and it will bring you to this page right here. So once you're on this page, you are going to go ahead and select the type of theme that you want. You can also see that you have categories here you can choose from. So let's say, for example, you're looking for themes for musicians. You can go ahead and click on this, and then you're going to see all the themes that are great for musicians. And then if you're a producer, you can go ahead and click on producers over here, or if you're a DJ, you can click on DJ over here. So you get the idea. And then from here, you have the option to choose a yearly plan or a lifetime plan. Hover your mouse over here, and then you're going to see this pop up here that will show you to view all the pricing. You're going to click on view pricing here, and then that is going to open the pricing page here, and then you can see all the default plans that they have. You can buy one WordPress theme for $69, and then you have to pay this every single year to get updates and support. Or you can buy all their WordPress theme for $89, but you have to pay this every single year. This one right here is their lifetime plan. You can see this is currently $175, and then you are going to get access to all their WordPress theme, and then you are going to be able to use this on unlimited website, and then you get lifetime update and lifetime support. So I strongly recommend you going with this one if you have the money, because you don't have to pay this ever again. You just have to pay this once, and then you don't have to pay this ever again. You get lifetime update and lifetime support. And you can see now that they have a huge sale of 30% going on. So the regular price is $249. So as of the time of making this video, you can get 30% off for this lifetime membership. I don't know when you're going to be watching this video. If they don't have these sales anymore, then you have to buy it on the regular price, which is $249. So go ahead and choose the plan that works for you, and go ahead and purchase the theme that you want. Once you do that, you can go ahead and log into your account. I already have the lifetime membership. I'm not going to purchase this again, so let me go ahead and log into my account. So once you log into your account, you're going to click on download here, and this is where you're going to download the WordPress theme. So you click on download here. You can see that the theme is downloading over here, and then you click on license key here. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and copy the license key. This is the key that you're going to need to activate the WordPress theme once you install it on your website. And you can see that my license here is showing the lifetime membership. That is the one that I bought. And then once you're done with that, you can head over to your WordPress website. And then we're going to go ahead and click on appearance and click on themes. And we're going to click on add new. And then we're going to click on upload a theme. And then you're going to choose the file, or you can just drag it from here and drop it right here and click on install now. Okay guys, my bad. You can see that installation failed here. You can see that installation has failed, and this is because we actually need to unzip this folder first. You can see that the folder said unzip me first, so we need to unzip it, and then we're going to grab the Sonaar WordPress theme inside the folder. So I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to click on show in folder. Okay guys, so I've gone ahead and unzipped the folder. So this is the folder that said unzip me first. So all you really need to do is to right click on the folder, and then you're going to click on extract all. And then once that folder is extracted, you are going to get this folder here. You can see inside this folder, you can see the licensing option. You can see they have freebies for you as well. They have documentation, and over here you can click on theme. Double click on that. You can see that they have the main Sonaar theme, and they also have a child theme. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Sonaar theme right here, and then I'm going to upload it. So let me move this over here. So now I'm going to go back to themes here. I'm going to click on themes again, then I'm going to click on add new, and then I'm going to upload the theme again. So I'm going to grab just the Sonaar WordPress theme. You can see here that I have just the Sonaar zip file, and then I'm going to click on install now. Okay, so you can see now that the WordPress theme installation was successful. So we're going to click on activate theme. Now it's going to walk you through their setup wizard. This is really cool. It's going to walk you through their setup wizard. So you're going to click on start. So if you need a child theme, you can go ahead and install one. If you don't need one, you're going to skip this because I don't need one. So it's going to ask you to install all these plugins right here. So I'm not going to install these plugins. I'm going to skip them for now. And then it's going to ask you to activate your license key. This is where you are going to click, and then you are going to add your license key in here. So go ahead and enter your license key here, and then click on activate license. And now you can see that the license has been activated successfully. Okay, so from here, the next thing you're going to see here, you can see that you have a pop-up here telling you that you have to install all these plugins. we're actually going to need these plugins that we skipped earlier. So we're going to go ahead and click on install plugin, and from here we're going to select all the plugins by clicking on this first box over here, and then we're going to select a bulk action. We're going to select install and apply, and this is going to go ahead and install all these plugins right here. Okay, so now that we have all the plugins installed, if we go over here to plugins, you can see that we have all the plugins installed here. The next thing you need to do is to hover your mouse over these tools over here, and then you're going to see the demo content install. Click on that, and this is going to show you all the demo content that is currently available for this theme if you purchase the lifetime license. But if you purchase the single license for one theme, you're just going to see just one demo, which is going to be the one that you choose when you were purchasing your license. But if you have the lifetime license, you can go ahead and choose any of this demo content that you see over here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to choose a random one. I think I'm going to choose this one right here. Let's go ahead and preview this and see what it looks like. So you can see the music player is playing right here. This is really cool. So I'm going to pause that. Let's go ahead and choose this one. So go back here, and then you're going to click on this install button right here, and then click OK. Okay, so this is the website. You can see that the demo content has been installed, and you can see that we have a transparent header here, and then when we scroll up, you can see that we have a sticky header as well. And if you scroll all the way down, you can see that we also have a footer right here. So let me go ahead and show you how you can actually start customizing this template and make it look unique and make it look exactly how you want it, maybe to match your brand or your music style. So let's go back to the dashboard right here. I'm going to click on dashboard, and then from here we are going to go to appearance, and then we're going to select menu, and I'm going to open that in a new tab. Okay, so this is the current menu that we have right now. You can see this is a long menu, right? So this is really long, and this is because they wanted to use it to showcase all the pages that they have for you. You can see right here that they have 3 about page for you. You can see 3 examples. This is example number 1, number 2, number 3. You don't really need all of them, you just need one of them. So we're going to first of all clear out all the pages that we don't need. So you're going to go ahead and play around with all these pages and see the one that you like better, and then you can choose that one, and then you can modify it. So you can see now that this is the main menu. This is the menu that is currently showing here, but we want to create a new menu where we can actually select the pages that we want. So I'm going to click here, create a new menu. Then I'm going to give my menu a name. So I just gave it menu number 2. Okay, now you can see that the menu has been created. What we need to do now is to add items to the menu. So from here we can add any of these items to the menu. We have a whole lot of items here. We can actually go and check them out. For example, so let's say you want to add a contact page. You can check the contact number 1 out. Okay, that looks like this. We can check the number 2 out. Okay, that looks like this. I kind of like the number 2. Let's check the number 3 out. That also looks like this. So I like the number 2, so I'm going to add the contact number 2. This is just an example of what you can do. So this is the contact example number 2, and then I'm going to add that to the menu. And then from here I'm going to click on view all, and then I'm also going to add the home page. So we have maybe 2 home page. Let me see. You can also add the music store to your page as well, and then you can scroll down here, the events. I'm going to add the past events. I'm also going to add the music video. I'm going to add the YouTube channel music video. So the about section, let's see what we have. The about, we have example number 1 that is going to look like this. Okay, and we also have number 2. Okay, I think I like the number 1, so let's go with number 1. So we're going to choose about number 1. So this is how you're going to select the pages that you need to show on your menu, and then we're going to rearrange that. So maybe we want the home page first, we want the about next to the home page, we can move that here. Then maybe we want the contact all the way at the back, and then maybe the music, we can add the music here, and maybe we want the store under the music like this, and maybe the video as well. And then we can have the past events here and also the current events, and maybe I can add the past event under the events. So I'm going to click on save changes. So this is going to save the new menu. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to select where we want to display this menu. I'm going to select the main menu, and I'm also going to select the responsive menu, and then I'm going to click on save changes. Okay, now so that's how you can create a menu. So once you're done with this, what you can do is to go over here, and we're going to select the main menu again, and then we're going to click on select. And once we have that selected, you can see all the main menu. So we don't need this anymore. We're going to click on delete menu over here. Then we're going to click on OK, and this is actually going to delete that first menu that we had, and now we only have one menu right here. You can go ahead and click on save changes. So once you save the menu here, if you go back here, you can see the menu that we have right here. If I refresh the page, so this is the new menu that we just created. You can see what the menu looks like. Obviously you can see that the menu link is actually long. It's showing like this. So let's go back to menu here. You can click on this about. You can see that they are really long. We don't need this example here. We can just delete this. And then we're also going to do the same thing with music. We can delete these 2 columns. We do the same with the contact example number 2. We don't need that anymore. We can delete that. So once you're done with this, you can go ahead and click on save menu. So let's go back here and refresh the page. Okay, now you can see that this is looking a lot better. So now that we're done with the menu, you can go ahead and start customizing the theme, the color and everything to match your own branding. So for example, if we go back over here, so this theme is a little bit different than regular WordPress theme. You can see that you don't get that much customization option over here. So to customize this theme, all you need to do is actually go back to your dashboard here. So all you need to do is to go back here to your theme options, and then you're going to go to look and feel. And this is where you're going to do all the customizations. So right now you can see what the colors are. So the color number 1, color number 2, number 3, you can read this text here to see exactly where these colors are going to show. And then for your typography, you can change your typography here. You can see the current font that we have. If you want to change the font, you can also select any of these fonts here, or you can use your own font if you already have your own branding. And then here you can see this is where you enable. If you go to the menu options, and this is where you are going to select your menu type. We are currently using the Elementor header menu, and there's a classic menu here. So if I select this classic menu, then you can choose whether it's going to be full width, in container. And then once you select all these options, you're going to click on save changes. You can see that the settings has been saved. So now if I go back here to the website and refresh the page, you can now see the type of menu that we have. You can see the logo is now in the middle over here. So this is basically what this is doing. And then if you change this to push menu and save changes, for example, and then we're going to go back here and refresh the page, and then now you're going to see the type of menu that we have. The push menu is going to be this menu right here. When you click on it, it's going to push out the menu like this. But I don't like any of these settings. I'm going to go back to Elementor header right here. And then if you don't want the transparent header, you can turn this off, then click on save changes. So we're going to go back to the look and feel here, and then the content background is currently set to transparent, and then the main background is currently set to. So let's go over here, and then you can see the main background right here is set to white. You can see this is white. But let me give you an example. Let's say we change this background to maybe red, for example, and then if you save changes, we'll go back here and refresh the page. You can see now that the background is now red. So this is basically what that means, but I'm going to change it back to white. So let me scroll down here, and then I'm going to change this back to white, and then I'm going to click on save changes. So you get the idea. This is where you play around with all the settings. All these settings right here are basically self-explanatory because they actually explain what each and every setting is doing. You can see here they have a full sentence here explaining what and how you are going to use this content background. So go ahead and read it and choose whichever setting that you want for your website. And then the next one here is going to be the footer options. So here, if you want to have the back to top button, you are going to leave this on like this. You can see we have the back to top button here. If you click on it, it will scroll you back to the top. That's what this button is. You can see right now this is where your footers are going to be displaying. So if you don't want your footer to display on the blog post, you are going to leave it unknown. But if you want it to display, you are going to select the footer that you want to display on your blog post. And you can also see all the settings for all these other pages as well. And then for the audio player, you can click here to edit the audio player setting. And this setting is for the sticky player, and this one is for the music player. So the sticky player is this one right here. So go ahead and play around with that setting. And then once you're done, you're going to click on save changes. And then for your event, this is where you're going to make changes for your event. You can also see the events right here. If you click on it, and you're going to see all the events that are upcoming events and past events. So if you click right here on the event settings, we are going to click edit here. So from here, you can also show the show time. You can also show the artist name, and then you can also change the typography for the event font and everything from here, and the letter spacing, the content typography. You can choose all of that here. You can choose the background. So you can see all the settings here. Most of these settings here are pretty much the basic, and they are very self-explanatory. Once you finish here, you can go ahead and click on save changes. Once you're done with that, let's head over to the theme options again, and then we're going to click on the post settings. So the post settings is basically going to be the same thing. You can choose a single post or the featured image if you want to show a full width or the original. So you have the options here and then you can choose whether you want to have the right sidebar or the left sidebar. And once you finish all your settings here, you are going to click on save changes. So for the podcast, this is for those that are creating a podcast website. If you're not creating one, you don't need to touch the settings, or if you're creating one, you can come here and make the changes as you need. And then if you want to disable your share icons, this is where you're going to do it, or you can just leave it on if you want to show it. And then for the transitions, you can choose your page transitions over here, your music transitions, your artist page, your music page, your post page. This is where you're going to choose all that transitions. And then for some reason, if you want to download the copy of your website after you finish designing it, this is where you're going to download it, or you can just copy it, and this is where you're going to also import this as well. So the next thing we're going to do is to go over here to your website, and then we can actually start maybe making some design changes to the website. So let's go back here, and then we're going to scroll down here. You can see here that we have a look and feel, typography, and logos. So we're going to click on logos over here, and now you can see if you don't want to use logos at all, you can actually turn it off. So but for now, let's go ahead and select a logo. So right now you can see this is a dark logo, so this is going to be the dark version of your logo. This is going to show on the white background, and this is also the retina version of the dark logo. And here we are going to have the white version of the logo, and this is going to display on a dark background. From here you can choose which logo that you want to use. You can see currently that we have two types of logos, the black and white version, and then you can choose which logo that you want to use here. Maybe you want to use the light one, or you want to use the dark one, and then you're going to click on save changes. So once you have all the settings done, so right now you can see this is the page that we have. If you go over here and click on edit with Elementor, you can actually edit this page to your liking. So let's come over here. Maybe you can change this to your name, and then you're a songwriter, or maybe you're a DJ or producer. You can also change that here as well by typing it in here. Or maybe you can have like a completely different design, but maybe inside this section we want to have a different design. So we can actually go inside here, and then we're going to go here and click this icon here, and then we can grab inner section, and then we can drop it here. We can actually move all this text. Maybe we can move it inside this section right here to have it here. Then I'm going to move this a little bit like this, and then I can also drag this one and put it in here. And then the text, I'm going to select this icon, and then I'm going to click align to the left. And then what I can do is like I can go ahead and change this background image here. For example, I have this section here, so I can click on this section, and then I can go to style. Now you can see the background image here. I can actually delete it, then I can select my own background image. So if you already have the image here, you can go ahead and select it. If not, you can click on file uploads, and then you can drag the image and drop it right here, or you can just click on select files to select it from your computer. So right now I'm going to drop this image here. This is the image that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to click on insert. So right now you can see that the design is looking a lot different than what we had before. So this is how you can actually change the entire design to fit your branding, fit your own design, whatever that you're trying to do. And then something else you can do is to click on this responsive mode here, and then you're going to click on tablet just to make sure that this is looking good on tablet. And then if you want to check what that will look like on the mobile phone as well, you can go ahead and do that as well. You can see that that's not looking bad. Maybe this space here, maybe you want to reduce the space a little bit. We're actually going to go back here and click on layout, and you can see here that the minimum height is 90. We can actually reduce that for mobile. You can make sure that we have mobile selected here. We can reduce that like this. That is looking a lot better, so you can see the axis that we have in the background. So once you finish with that, you can click on update changes, and then if we click on this responsive mode, then we're going to go back to the desktop version like this. So now we have these designs here. We can actually go ahead and redesign these. Maybe you just don't want this section here, maybe you don't have these new releases. You can go ahead and delete this section that you don't need, and then from here we can go ahead and leave this section here. Maybe I can delete this one, and then we just have this section, and then it's going to look like this. You just have the slide for people to just go ahead and slide through and listen to your music. And then this is going to be about you, and then this is the image. Obviously we don't want this image here. You can go ahead and change this to your own image. So go ahead and click on this pencil here, and then you can delete the image, and then you can select your own image. I'm just going to use an image that I have before. You can see here what that looks like. So this is just an example. You can go ahead and play with it. You can also add more stuff, like maybe add more sections, and you have a whole lot of options here. You can add any of this to your website. And let's go all the way down here. You can see a customized icon. So these ones are actually created for you by the Sonaar team. So you can actually use any of these. So to get access to these ones, you need to have Sonaar team installed. So these are the one created by Sonaar team. So you can actually use any of these. So if we go here, you can see all the things that we have here. If you are creating a podcast, you can also grab a podcast player and then you can put it here. So you can see this is a podcast player that they created for you, and then you have all the settings here for the podcast, and you can also select the music that you want to display or the podcast that you want to play on this player. And here you also have the promo box. You have a lot of stuff here that you can play around with. So this is not Elementor or how to use Elementor tutorial. I'm just showing you what you can actually do with this theme and how you can completely customize everything. If you are new to Elementor and you want to know how to use Elementor to redesign your website, I do have Elementor for beginners on this channel. You can go ahead and watch that, and that is going to help you to customize your website exactly the way you want it. So once you finish here, you can go ahead and click on update, and then after that you're going to click over here, and then you're going to click on view page. Now you can see what the page looks like. So this is a lot different from what we had before, and you can see that this is really cool. And then you can go ahead and do the same thing with your about page, your music page. You can go ahead and redesign it exactly how you want it. I'm not going to go through each and every one of them. It's exactly the same step. Let's say we want to do the same thing with the about page. We can go ahead and click on edit page, and then from here we're going to select edit with Elementor, and once that opens, you're going to see all these changes here. We're actually going to go and click on this right here, and then we can just change the image to our own image, and then you can change this to different stuff. Maybe you want to change the style, or maybe you want to change the color to red or something like that. And then once you finish, click on update here, and then click on this icon and click on view page. So you get the idea. You can go ahead and do the same thing with your event page. This is your current event page. Okay, this is looking good. It's not actually looking bad. And then your past event, you can also come here and also do the same thing. So let me show you something about these events. So if you go here and click on edit events, and then we're going to click on edit with Elementor, and then from here, if you click right here, so this is actually events and gigs. So if we go back here, you can see that this is the module that they're using. If you drag this module in here, and then inside here, inside the module, you can select what you want to display. So once you click on it here, you can select how many events. Maybe if I want to display 2, and you can see that we're going to have only 2 events here. And then you can decide whether you want to display upcoming events or maybe past events. This is where you're going to select that. So here I'm going to display 10 events, and then from here you can filter this by artist if you want. Maybe if you have different artists on your website, you can select that. Maybe you can just select the DJ, and this is going to show only the event for the DJ. And then to add a new event, you can go to the event section. I'm going to show you how to do that later in this video, but for now let's go ahead and play around with this. And then once you finish here, maybe you want to show all the events, you can just remove and leave this blank, and then you're going to see all the events right here. And then when you hover over here, you can come here and choose your design. So let's say the title, for example, here, maybe the title color, you can change that to green if you want. It's going to look like this. Or maybe you want to change it to red, you can change it to red like this. The typography, you can change it here. The subtitle, you can also change that. And then if you want to change the hover background or the background, maybe we want to change the background to black, it's going to look like this. And then if you want to change the hover background to this color, it's going to look like this when you hover on it. So this is just an example. You get the idea. You can really go ahead and customize this exactly the way you want it. And for the button style, this is the buy ticket button here. You can actually go ahead and style that button exactly how you want it. We can change the background color to green if you want, or maybe you can change it to red. And then the hover color, you can see here the hover color is this color. Maybe you can change it to green, and then when you hover on it, it will be green. And you can play around with this and see what you can get out of it. And then once you finish, you can go ahead and click on update over here. You can actually also use a background image here. So maybe you can click on this section, and then you can go here and choose a background image. From here we can choose this image, and now you can see that we have a background image. This color that we have here this background color that we have. I can click here, then I can scroll down here, the background color that we have. I can actually change the transparency a little bit like this, and now with that transparency you can actually see, you can see the image that we have behind. So this is actually really cool if you want to do something like that. Now you can see that we can read this here, so you can actually come in here and change the subtitle text to, maybe you can change that to white like this. And then once you finish, you can click on update, and then you can click on view page, and then this is what your page is going to look like. I don't like the design here. I don't like how this place is looking, so I will come back here and edit with Elementor. Okay, so from here, once you choose Elementor template from here, if you go here and choose Elementor full width, once you choose Elementor full width from here, it's going to look like this. And you can see now that this is still not transparent, and this is not what we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this section right here. So I'm going to click on this section, and then I'm going to go in here, and then I'm going to unlink this. Then I'll add maybe padding 100 on top like this, or maybe 200, just to give enough space on top so we can use transparent header. So I'm going to give it 200 on the top here. So I'm going to click on save changes, and then I'm going to click on this icon here and click on view page. Then I'm going to click on view the page, and now from here you want to click on this edit page over here, and we're going to edit the page. Then from here what you need to do is scroll down to over here. You can see that we have this option right here that says show header over content. We're going to select that and turn it on, and we're going to click update. So now if we go back and view this page, you can see now that the header is now showing over the content like this. So this is a nice event page. You can also go ahead and copy this event page if you want, and then use it as your past event as well. So if you can't see that color, you can come back here, and you can see that the color is now showing now. So what you really need to do, you can see if we come back here, under here, because we selected this option, you can see the main header text color right here. If we change it to black, for example, and click on update now, come back here and refresh the page, you can see that we cannot see the color. But if you want to see the color, you can come back here and change this color to something else. Maybe you want to change it to red or whatever you want to change it to. You can go ahead and click on update that, and then come over here and refresh the page. Now you can see that we have the color here. I don't like the red though, so I'll select the white color and update that, and I'm going to refresh the page. So now you can see that we have the white color right here. So this is how you can go ahead and customize the page and make it look exactly how you want it to look. You can see that this page is looking a lot better than what we had before. So now that you know how to customize the page, you can go ahead and customize every single page and make sure that the pages are looking exactly how you want it, and the pages reflect what you're trying to do and also match your brand. And once you finish with that, we are going to head over to the dashboard again. So I'm going to click here to go back to the dashboard. You can see your playlist. This is where you're going to see all the playlists that you have. This is where you can add a new playlist. So let's say we go to this dots to play. This is a playlist. If we click on edit, and then from here you're going to select your release date. You can see the release date over here. You scroll down here, and now you want to choose where you want to get the music from. Is this going to be from external link? So if you want to have the external link, so the external link to your audio file, see the article for supported external link. So make sure that you read this article. If you go here and check out this article, so you can see all the external link that is supported. But if you don't know how to do that, you can also use the local MP3. So the local MP3 basically means that you have the music on your computer. You can upload it to your website by clicking on select file, and then from here you are going to click upload, and then upload the music on your website. After you have uploaded the music on your website, you can go ahead and select the music from the list over here. So once you have that selected, it's going to show here, and once you finish that, from here you can choose the icons that you want to display. Maybe you want to display Amazon icon or iTunes. So these are basically all the external platforms where you also have the music. That means people can actually click on those icons to go and listen to your music. So that's basically what that means. So if you select YouTube here, you're going to go and copy the YouTube link of that music, and then you're going to paste it here, and then you decide whether to open that in a new window or not. And then also from here you can also show the download icon, or maybe select another external link. So if you want people to download that, and then you put the download here and put the download link here as well. So you can keep doing the same thing, and you have a whole lot of options here. If you want to add another link, you can click on add a new link, and you can go ahead and add as many links as you want. You can go ahead and fill in the details for that link, and then if you want to remove a link, you can just click on this button right here to remove that particular link. You can see here, and it's going to remove that. So keep in mind that this is it for a playlist, and then if you scroll down here, the second one, you're going to add the second music, and then scroll down here, you're going to add the third music, and then you can also add the stores where the music are available. So maybe you have it on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, and you have a buy now button to sell it somewhere else or to buy it from your website, and then you're going to have that link here for people to actually purchase that from your website. So let's say, for example, the buy now button might lead people to if we go to your website here and click on this store right here, music store, and then it's going to lead them to this page like this, where they can actually click on add to cart to actually buy your music. If you click on view cart, click this, you can proceed to checkout like this, and then they can actually buy your music right on your website. So this is what that buy now button is if you're selling your own music on your website. And then once you finish all the changes that you're going to do here, you're going to scroll all the way up here, then you're going to click on update. This is just because you are modifying the ones that we already have. And if you want to add a new playlist, you can just click on add new, and this is going to open a new link for you, and then here you can give the playlist the name. Maybe you can just say something like summer songs, and then you can scroll down here, and now you can decide when that playlist was released. You can put the date, maybe 2021, and then under here you can choose whether you want to show this above or below content, and then from here you're going to select all the artists that you have their song on the playlist. If you only have one artist, you can go ahead and select that one artist, or you can go ahead and remove any artist if you want. And then once you finish that, you're going to go ahead and click on publish. And now that you publish the playlist, you can now go to all playlists. Now you can see the summer song here. Now you can go ahead and click on edit. Now that we click edit, you can now start adding track to that playlist. You can click on add a track, and you can add a track from your stream, or you can add that from your local MP3. Once you finish, you can add as many links as you want. Once that particular song is done, you can click on add another track, and then you can start adding a new track. Once you finish that, you can click on add a store. So store is basically where you have the music available, where people can purchase it. You can put the name of the store here, put the link here, and do you want it to open in a new window, yes or no? You can select that here. You can add another store, so you can add as many store as you want like this. And then once you finish that, you can go over here all the way to the top, and then you're going to click on update. And also the artist tab right here is similar to the playlist. This is where you have all the artists. Maybe in your case you are the only artist on your website. You can go ahead and delete all these artists here. So I can just select all these guys here. Maybe I can just leave these two people, and then I can delete every single one. I can just click here and click on move to trash, and I'll just click apply. You can see that all the artists are gone. So if you want to add a new artist, you can go ahead and click add new, and you can give the artist a name. Maybe I want to add myself. I want to add Steven as the artist, and here I can select a background image if I want, and also here I can select the height if I want, and then here I can give it a title and also the banner title. And once you finish here, you are going to click on save changes, and then from here you can select the category. Maybe I'm a hip-hop artist, I'm going to select that hip-hop here, and then I'm going to click on publish. Now you can see that I have Steven as an artist here. You can see that I have Steven here as an artist. And if I click here, I can also go in here and edit this as well. So if you're confused and you don't know how to do this, if this is a little bit confusing for you, what you can actually do is go to all artists here, and then you can actually edit and rename this artist, or you can just clone them by clicking on this clone. And now you can see that you have a duplicate of this artist here. You can go ahead and click on edit, and then you can change the name. You can see this is a copy. You can just change the name to Steven. So you change the name to Steven, and then you're going to click on update here. There's not that much to do here. You just have to put a description about yourself, about the artist that you're adding, and once you finish that, you're going to go ahead and select the category here. Maybe you can select pop or maybe rock. So anyone that you want to select, go ahead and select that, and then you're going to click on update here. And then if you are doing a podcast, you can come here and add your episodes. So this is where you're going to add a new episode, and then you're going to give it a name, add all these details here. It's basically self-explanatory. And if you want to add a podcast episode category, this is where you're going to do the category as well. And if you want to add a podcast show, this is where you're going to add a new podcast show. We don't have any show here because this website is not for a podcast. And then once you finish that, you have all these options here. This is where you can come in, and then you can add an event. You can see all the events that we have right here. If you have any events coming up, this is where you're going to add it. You can click on add a new event, and then you're going to give event a title, give it a description, and then you're going to put the information about the event. You add the city, the venue, the map link. You're also going to select the artist that is going to be performing on that event. You have all the list of your artists here. You can select them. That means they're going to be performing at that event. And then here you're going to add all this information here, the background, the banner color. And then once you finish that, you're going to scroll up here and you're going to publish that. And then for your videos, this is where you're going to add all your YouTube videos. You can come in here and add a new video, click on add a new video, and then you're going to add the title. Here you're going to put the YouTube link. You're going to select the artist, and then you're going to decide whether to allow comment or not. And then once you finish with that, you're going to click on publish. And that's pretty much most of the settings. And then if you go back here, you can see that we have a header here and we also have a footer over here. So let's go back here. You can see the header footer here. This is where you're going to select the header footers. So from here, you can see all the header and footer that we have. If you want to create a new one, you can go ahead and create one, or you can edit the existing one that we have here. So for example, this header right here, I can click on edit with Elementor, and that is going to open it up right here. You can see that this one is for mobile or tablet version. So what we need to do to edit this one, we're going to go here and change this to tablet version or maybe mobile version. Now you can see that we'll be able to edit that. So I can go in here and select this image right here, and I'm going to change the logo. You can see here, this is the logo image. This is the site logo, custom logo. You can actually select one from here. For example, I can select this one, and now it's going to show there as the logo. If I click on save changes and go here and refresh the page, it's not going to show here because this is just the desktop version. But if I go here and go to the mobile version, for example, now you can see that we have the logo on the mobile version because I choose a different logo for the mobile version. You can see right here that we have a different logo right here. So that is basically what you can do with this header footer editing right here. So that is basically what you can do with this header footer. The same thing goes with the footer right here. If I edit this footer, you can see we have these buttons here. You can actually edit them because right here you can see the YouTube link. So you can see the design here. This is where you can actually come in and edit it. Maybe this one we have right here, maybe we want to make it a little bit smaller. You can actually come in here and select it and go to advanced. You can see that we have 100 there. We can remove that padding and also remove this padding, and then it's going to look like this. Or maybe we just want it to be under this one instead of on the top here. We are going to come in here and drag the section to the bottom. Now we are going to click here, have this spacing here. I can actually delete this spacing and it's going to look like this. Then I'm going to put a little bit spacing on the top. I'm going to unlink this, and then I'm going to put a little bit spacing here. So you get the idea, and then I'm going to save it. If I go back here and show you this page, you can see that the footer we have is like this, and this follow button is on top. For now, I moved it to the bottom. If I refresh this page, you can see that the footer is going to change. You can see that the footer is now like this. And this is basically how you can create a website for your band, for your music, or maybe for your podcast. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and smash that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.